Hi guys, welcome to Reading Bliss. My name is Maria. You can find me as Kiwi Ria on Instagram, Goodreads, Ravelry, pretty much everywhere on the net. I have just finished, actually 20 minutes ago, I finished my 10th readathon, Dewey's Readathon, where I've spent the majority of the last 24 hours reading. I managed 4 3/4 of a book, so not my best result ever, but certainly not my worst either. I came to a total of 1,234 pages. No, I did not manage to get that number deliberately, but it was rather cool that it happened that way. If I look and sound like something the cat dragged in, it's because I'm feeling the effects of having read for so long and not really having slept as much as I ought to. But as always, it's been a blast. Two of my sisters and my mum came over and stayed until almost 11 last night, and we had a lovely time, and it was every bit as awesome as the readathon always is. But I want to make this short and sweet, so I'll just get right on to the books that I managed to read. The first is actually not quite the right book to show here, but it was my birthday recently, and as a birthday present, my 3 sisters and their families gave me, among other things, Wonder by R.J. Palacio, which I read last month, and it's one of the best books I've read in a very, very long time. And also the continuation, Augie and Me. So, of course, I was actually given that yesterday, right before the readathon started. Perfect timing there. So, of course, I had to read that one. But since my sister asked to borrow it after I finished and took it with her home, I have to show this one off instead. I loved it. It was really, really good. Not quite as good as Wonder, of course, but it was nice to have this completion. Not that we heard so much more about Augie himself, but we heard a lot about the other characters that turned up in Wonder. Julian especially, Charlotte, and Augie's old childhood friend Christopher. Such a brilliant book. 4.5 stars, definitely. My second book read was there we go. I think that's as good as I can get it without the glare. Anyway, Destiny's Song by Audrey Faye. Audrey Faye is a pseudonym, and one of her other pseudonyms, Deborah Geary, she's one of my all-time favorite authors, and she's written Witch Central, which has been my favorite ever since I discovered it 3 years ago. This is totally different. It's sci-fi, but it's probably the best book I've read by her since the Witch series. So highly, highly, highly recommend this. It's the first in a series, but it's nicely self-contained. I will definitely be checking out the rest of this series as it comes out, and can't wait to write a review of this. 5 stars, without a doubt. My third book was Veronica Decides... I'll try again. Veronica Decides to Die by Paulo Coelho. Not sure how that's pronounced. It's the second book I've read by him. I read The Alchemist a couple of years ago. And it's quite similar in style, even though not at all in plot or atmosphere, anything like that. But it's similar in style in that it's brilliantly written, but I have no clue what I thought of it. I'm glad I've read it, but I can't really go back and say whether or not I liked it or not. So I'm still considering how many stars to give this one. Certainly no fewer than 3, and might even be 4 stars. I still have to make up my mind. And by this time it was midnight. And I knew I wanted to stay up till at least 1, because I wanted to get the first 12 hours of the readathon. So I figured it was time for something light. Fortunately, I had earlier this week, since I knew that the readathon was coming up, I had purchased... Sorry, I really can't speak when I'm tired. I purchased Cancer Vixen by Marisha Coletta Marcello. A true story, a graphic memoir about a woman, a 43-year-old woman who discovers a lump in her breast, and it turns out to be breast cancer. And this is her experience with the surgery, chemo, how everybody treats her afterwards, and her life around at that time. So how everything is affected by the cancer, even though it might not have anything to do with the cancer. It was such a good book, perfect for that time of night. Easily read, so moving. I teared up on multiple occasions, and I loved the drawings. Really, really well done. So yes, another book I highly recommend, another 5-star book. This morning, I woke up at 9 and had a bit of a slow start, but I did get started about 10ish with what turned out to be the last book, and I actually didn't manage to finish this book, and I'm sorry, I'm just scrolling through Kindle on my iPad in order to find the cover. Here we go. Yeah, that'll work. Stray by Andrea K. Hurst. Andrea Hurst wrote one of my favourite arcs from a couple of years ago, And All the Stars, which is one of the best sci-fi books I've read in a long time, so I was really eager to read this book by her. It did not disappoint. As I said, I'm about 3/4 of the way through, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So it also, unless the ending really disappoints, it also looks like it'll be a solid 4.5, perhaps even 5-star books. So all in all, a terrific selection. I've certainly been a lot more lucky with my book choices than I sometimes am. I've had a blast, and I'm rambling because I'm really, really tired, so I think I'll end here and perhaps just go take a nap. It's been an awesome readathon, and I can't wait for April to join in the next one. So let me know in the comments if you participated and what the best books you read were. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.